Hello my loves, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a new pick a card reading, and this one is all about what you need to let go of. We're going to be getting messages from Spirit all about Spirit's guidance on what we need to shed and let go of, because just like reptiles, we need to shed our skin sometimes, and sometimes that can be a difficult thing. So this is just going to be guidance on what the universe and Spirit thinks that we need to let go of at this time. If you guys like to choose with crystals in the cards, we're going to be popping some crystals on there in just a second. But if you guys are new to pick a card readings, here's a little rundown of how it works. So over here we have pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like, to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards, and that is going to be your message. There's also going to be timestamps linked down below, so you guys can click on that and skip ahead right to your personal reading. So with that being said, tarot is also a beautiful tool in looking at what we're currently attracting at the moment, the path that we're currently on, but we have free will. And if you ever hear anything that you do not like or you do not want to attract into your life, you can change anything at any time. This is just a reading upon the current energies to help us kind of bring awareness to where we currently are. So with that being said, if you guys like to choose with crystals on these cards, let's go ahead and pop some crystals on here right meow. All right, my loves, if you guys like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. Over here we have a huge quartz. It's actually kind of like a garden quartz underneath, but yeah, it's really beautiful. Then over here we have some angel aura coated quartz. And then over here we have some citrine. And then over here we have some beautiful labradorite. So again, take a moment, pause the video if you'd like, to find the pile that you are the most drawn towards. Then once you're done choosing your pile, you can then scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. And then you guys can skip ahead and watch your personal reading. So with that being said, without further ado, let's hop right into it. All right, so group number 1, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, so let's hop right into it. All right, so group 1, what you guys need to let go of. We have oppression and the 5 of crystals. This is normally the devil card in regular tarot. So what you guys need to let go of, attachments. Also, this is a little bit of self-neglect. So kind of ignoring what your body is telling you. That's what you guys need to let go of. You need to let go of ignoring your body. We need to let go of maybe not really paying attention to what your body might be telling you, because I think that you guys have either been overrunning yourselves, or maybe this can also mean that we have some addictions to maybe some toxic behavior, or addictions to basically illusions, because the devil card represents illusions. So we might even have illusions that we feel like keep us safe, or like comforts that we have that we know are not good for us, that we know we need to break out of. And so this would be talking about needing to put more self-care in with the 5 of crystals, lots more self-care. Bringing awareness back to your body, your sacred temple body, you know, because your body might be telling you, hey, I would like some different food, or I would like some other care. We need to put more time in. Also, it's time to change up old habits, like old things that you do out of comfort, or maybe you're giving too much of yourself away to other people. Like, this whole reading right here is all about bringing awareness back to the self, bringing time back to the self, giving yourself time, and not distracted time either, because the devil is usually distracted time. So it's letting go of distractions. Are we spending too much time on our phone? Are we spending too much time distracting ourselves with media, movies, TV, substances? Are we distracting ourselves with things that aren't for our highest good, and they aren't bringing us what we actually need? It's not necessarily bringing you the comfort that you want, because when we fall into these habits and things like that, a lot of the times, if they're a negative habit, they're not actually giving you what your body is actually deeply craving. So there's something that your body is deeply craving, and it's more focus on the self, a lot more self-love, and giving yourself more time and figuring out something. So it's time to let go of like all of these kind of like things that we're telling ourselves are good for us, all these distractions, and not asking for help when you need it, because the Five of Crystals is also when we keep trying to do everything on our own and we're like, oh, I'll get to it eventually, I'll get to it eventually. Sometimes this is when it's self-neglect, basically. There's a lot of self-neglect here. So this is time to step up and start saying, oh, hey, I kind of need more me time. This is about asking and kind of not necessarily demanding what you want, but I'm sure you guys get the idea, like not demanding what you want, but really starting to ask for what you want and say what you want and need, rather than ignoring it, putting it off, just being like, oh, it's fine, I'll get to it eventually. I'll start listening to my body eventually. I'll start listening to that voice in the back of my mind eventually. Like, Spirit is like, it is time to focus and bring the focus back onto you. Listen to your body. It's like heavily asking you to meditate right now. Like, if you pause this video for a second, what is the first word that comes to your mind that your body is asking of you right now? What does your body want? And really ask yourself that right now. Write it down so that you do not forget it. What is your body asking for? It's time to start making these changes, and it's time to let go of oppressing your inner voice. There's like an inner voice in your mind that wants to come out so badly, group one. Like your body and your spirit have been trying to talk to you. Your heart has been trying to talk to you. It's time to calm down and just listen to it. Take some time away for yourself where you feel fully clean, relaxed, and just listen. Just listen to yourself. That is the biggest thing coming through right now for you guys. So let's see what else we get. So group one, what else does group one need to let go of? What other messages do we have for group one? We have the Five of Wands. There's like a conflict that you guys have been having, like maybe an internal conflict. Five of Wands talks about some sort of disagreement or conflict, or feeling like we have opposing opinions on certain things. So maybe your mind and your heart are back and forth on something. Maybe your body's craving something, but then also needs something else. So sometimes, we crave our addictions, like our phone or certain food or substances. Sometimes we crave those things, but it's your body actually wanting comfort. But it's disguised as it being attached to comfort foods that aren't good for you. But maybe it needs like proper, really good fuel, but it's seeking comfort, but not necessarily through the proper way. So that's just like a random example, right? But the Five of Wands talks about those types of conflicts where it feels like we can't really let go of something, and it's hard to let go of the distraction because it's like you're craving that, plus you're craving the opposite as well. So there's this kind of like internal conflict right now. But what you need to let go of is that conflict. It's time to start to really relax and listen. What does your heart really, really want? And it's always best to follow your heart over anything. Your heart and your gut know best. Your heart and your gut, rather than your mind and things like that. So if you could let go of all of your fears right now, and if you could have your dream life, what does that look like? What does that require getting rid of? What is not holding up to that bargain of your dream life? What is out of alignment with that? And it's time to be like really, really honest, instead of seeing certain things or certain people and being like, oh, well, I see that they could potentially be this way. Well, are they that way? Are those people that way? And if they are not, it's time to be very honest, because sometimes we paint a picture of being like, oh, well, this will eventually be this way. Will it? Really, 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 will it? It's time to see things for really what they are, and how they've been showing up. We also have the High Priestess. Listen to your inner gut, my love. Group 1, this is all about listening to your inner self. And it's time to start trusting your gut too. Time to start trusting it, because it is leading you in the right place. Especially if you cleanse yourself first and you sit quietly and you meditate for a little bit. You start to see things a lot clearer, right? And at that moment, your gut is speaking very clearly to you. We also have the Six of Swords, or something to let go of. Oh, and then we have the Devil coming up again in this other deck. So, wow. Group 1, illusions. There's illusions that we need to let go of. And I feel like you guys know deep down what they are, because you guys have High Priestess here. I feel like you guys know deep down what these illusions are, what these comforts are, what these attachments are that are actually holding you back. There's something you guys are attached to that's holding you guys back. And we have Six of Swords here. So the universe is really like, it's time to let go of it. But there's an attachment that's holding you guys back that maybe you guys are afraid to let go of. It's kind of like bittersweet to let go of it, but you guys know deep down inside, like, I need to let go of this thing. But we might be fearing the conflict that it might create. We might be fearing being alone. You guys might fear being alone with the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is sometimes when we fear being alone or unaccepted. Okay? But wow, there's definitely a whole new journey that the universe has in store for you. Six of Swords. Wow, Group 1. Like, there's a whole new path for you guys, and I feel like your gut feels it. Your gut feels this new path, but there's a fear of letting go of the ball and chain that's kind of holding you back from this path, but it's like the winds are bringing you in this direction. And it might be causing a lot of conflict because of that. Like, there could be a lot of like chaotic energy in your life right now because the winds are totally pushing you in this new direction, and it's because the universe has been trying to guide you in this new direction. And so certain things have been falling away or not working out. Like, there's certain patterns that keep happening in your life right now where things just don't seem to be going right. And they're not going right because the universe is pushing you in this new direction. The wind is gushing you in this new direction. It's like, please go to this new direction, because this old world that you're trying to stay in is not for you anymore. It served its purpose. It's done. So it's kind of like the big tornadoes coming through and you're trying to like hang on to your house. But the universe is like, please, we're trying to guide you out of here. It's time to listen and go. It's time to go, because it's time to tear this old stuff up and make something new. And this whole new path that's opening up for you guys, it's literally like, let's go on a new journey. Like, this whole card right here, it is time for you guys to go on a whole new journey. Pack your bags, baby. It's time. It's time to make some changes. It's time to let go of those attachments, because like, your oasis is waiting for you, but you're kind of stuck attached to your old place. It's, you know, the thing that keeps coming to my mind, the example that keeps coming to my mind is kind of like, say, like, you're an animal, like a pet that somebody has, and your owner is like moving you to a brand new place that's going to be like so amazing, 10 times better, but they're trying to like shove you in the cage to like hit the road so that you guys can move to this new place, and you're the pet that's like, I don't want to go into the cage. No, don't put me in the cage. This sounds awful. Let me stay home. Why are we moving? Why is all this stuff packed up? Why is everything falling out of my life? Why is everything not as it was? Why is everything chaotic? Oh my God, I don't want to get into the cage. Where are we going? Why are we doing this? What? And then you're scared, and then your owner's like, please, we're going to a much more beautiful place. And that's like the spirit, like the universe that's guiding you, being like, there's a whole new place I have for you. Just get in the cage and go. It's time to go. It's time to get into your box, and it's time to drive and go to the new place. But it's like, you guys are like like scared because you don't see yet what's happening, right? Because as a pet, you have no idea what's going on. It just seems like you're losing your whole world, right? But the universe sees the big picture. They know where they're guiding you, and they're like, oh, please just listen and let go of these attachments to these old things. You're getting something so much better. Okay, you're gonna love it so much more. So it is time to go on this new journey, my love. And I know you guys have been feeling it deep down inside, the High Priestess, guys. You have been noticing these shifts happening. You've been feeling this internal call to go in this new direction. It is time to let go of the attachment, the devil. You're like that scared pet right now that's like, I'm attached to this place. I don't want to leave it. Can it just go back the way it was? No. There's a whole new thing that's way better. Trust me. Okay. So let's see what else we get for you guys. So group number 1, let's go to, I feel like pulling out these oracle cards for you guys. So let's see what we get here. So group 1, what else do we have for group 1? All about these shifts and letting go. What's coming for group 1? Oh, that was a lot of cards that just fell down, but let's do it. Let's go for it. Might be hard to pick these up off the floor. My floor is like so flat. My nails sometimes make it really hard to grab these up off the floor. So we have adaptability. So it is, guys, that fits in well. It's time to be adaptable because a lot is shifting for you guys right now, group 1. A lot is shifting. It's a whole new beginning. We even have numerologically the number 1, the 6 and the 4 is the number 1. In numerology, and that signifies whole brand new beginnings, right? Also, there's one more card on the floor that I'm really trying to pick up right now. Let's see, there we go, cool. Okay, got it now. So we also have teachability. So right now, there's a lot of lessons coming in from the universe. I think that you guys are also being called to learn something new. And I'm getting for some of you guys it's an instrument, just because the way the card looks. But I mean, for some of you guys, that could be like a wide range of different things. Like this could be your ability to speak as well, your speaking ability, learning something new where you guys can express yourself, express your voice. Maybe you guys have something to say. Maybe you guys have something to share or a talent to share. But I think that the universe is also guiding you to learn something new right now. There's a talent that wants to be awakened for you guys, a whole talent that wants to come out. We also have transmuting pain, fool's embrace. Okay, baby, it is time to, yes, when we were talking about comforts earlier, oh, and we also have number 1 here too. I just noticed that, the 2 and the 8. Lots of number 1 energy, new beginning energy, guys. So also transmuting pain. This one basically talks about whatever you guys are going through right now. There's like a whole healing process, and it's time to, like, whatever patterns, there's been like patterns lately in your life, and with things that are shifting and changing so much, it might be causing certain pain because maybe certain things are falling out of your life that we were used to or attached to. But these are actually going to be some of the best things for you. It's causing you to have more independence. It's causing you to have a whole new foundation, to find things that actually make you feel secure rather than things that we need to cling on to for security. This is about finding your own security rather than false security or looking for security outside of yourself. Because there's certain things that I don't think have been making you feel that secure, and the universe is trying to say that those aren't for you. Those aren't meant to last. The things that are meant to last will make you feel very secure, and you'll be able to trust it. But there's certain things that have lost your trust that I think are falling out of your life right now. We also have many masks, the authentic self. Who are you really? And it's time to also see certain people for who they really are rather than seeing them for only their best. Like, I think that there's certain people where their true colors have begun to show in your life. You guys know what I'm trying to say. That was a little bit grammatically incorrect, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. It's also time to really follow what you really desire. This is about self-discovery too. Self-discovery and also seeing others for who they really are. Spiritual narcolepsy. Listen to your intuition, my love. Because I think sometimes you guys have been a little bit confused, where you're not really sure. Like, I feel like you guys have been seeing signs from the universe, but they've been a little bit confusing. Also, we have another number 1 here. Numerologically, the number 1s are showing up in this reading so much. So yeah, new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. If you guys have been feeling confused about certain signs, or if like, I'm confused if I should stay or if I should go, and it's been confusing, the universe has been giving you certain signs, but then there's certain things that I think that you desire right now, that you're looking for reasons for them to be validated in your experience, if that makes sense. So it's almost like calm down and meditate and see what the universe is really bringing you towards. There's certain things that I think you know deep down inside are not meant to last. And yeah. We also have transpersonal watchers. And then we have lost compass, getting back to integrity. Yeah. So if you guys have been feeling lost lately, yes. It's kind of what I was feeling from the spiritual narcolepsy. Getting back to integrity, getting back to who you really are, seeing people for who they really are too. Seeing people for their authentic self. Finding your way again. Also, you guys are going through a metamorphosis. A whole metamorphosis. Kind of like discovering who you really are and realizing that maybe we haven't discovered that very deeply yet. And it's time to really let yourself come alive. And it has to deal with letting go, going down this new path, letting go of those things that keep trying to fall apart, but we keep trying to hold them together. It's almost like when you're building a sandcastle and a wave comes and it's all wet now and you're trying to just like keep it alive, and you're like, oh my God, no, I just gotta keep the sandcastle alive. Like, oh my God, we're just trying to like, and it's like, no, the universe is like, it's done. The wave came and took it away. Stop trying to save it. Just let it go. It's time to go to a new area of the beach and build a new one over there. I got better sand for you over there, and there's pretty seashells and other things over there that are so much better. It's time to pack up and go. Like, it's time to say goodbye to some stuff and to go in a new direction. It is time, my love. So, with that being said, we're going to take some more cards because that's just what we feel like doing here today. So let's see what else we get for you guys. So we're going to take, I think I'm feeling this deck. Let's see. So, group 1. We get cards right away for you guys. Let's see. Family. Ooh, and lighten your load. It is time to let go of some stuff. And then family. There could be stuff here where maybe it's time to find deeper independence and not make decisions based on what your family wants for you. So some of you guys, that could be a thing that you guys are facing right now. Family also coming up. Yeah, I feel like that's letting go of like your childhood innocence a little bit. Like, it's really time to step into making your own decisions, and finding who you really are on a more personal level. letting go of attachments, things like that. Kind of finding you doing things for you right now rather than for other people. Letting go of certain big obligations that you might feel like you have and are attached to, because it's time to focus a bit more on you right now rather than carrying a bunch of other people's loads. Like, it's time to, like, self-focus right now is pretty big for you guys, group 1. Letting go of certain obligation, letting go of needing to uphold and please other people is a huge thing right now for you guys, group 1. So that is what we have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future. And if so, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number 2, this is all about what you guys need to let go of right now. So let's hop right into it. All right, so group 2. Very interesting so far. So we have the 9 of Swords, 8 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3 of Wands. There is something keeping you guys up at night lately. And maybe some of you guys might be aware of what it is. Some of you guys might not be aware of what it is. But I think a lot of you guys have been stressed about something to the point of maybe not getting enough sleep or feeling like random stresses are coming up and it's hard to relax. Like, 9 of Swords is when we definitely find it hard to relax. We find it hard to get proper rest. There's a lot on your mind. And so that coming up, the universe is like, it is time to let go of that, the things that are causing that. 8 of Cups talks about that we need to leave something behind that we've emotionally built up, that we've put a lot of our time and our emotions into. There's something that I think that you guys have put a lot of effort into already. This could be a relationship, it could be a project, it could be something. But this something doesn't feel like it's serving you guys anymore. And it's time to let it go. But I feel like it's been stressful for you guys. It's been hard for you guys to let go of because it feels like, well, I've put so much time and effort into this thing, and I have so much of investment into this thing. I have so much emotions in this. It's like I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. How can I just let it go? And so it's kind of been this stressful thing that I think you guys have been maybe possibly worried about for the past little while. And, it's hard to let go of those things, especially if we put like a lot of time and effort into them. The 2 of Cups coming here as well usually signifies some kind of relationship. It can, or some sort of partnership or friendship. This can be, this can even be like in yourself, like how much time you've put, like you feel very connected to something, but it maybe also feels like that we need to let go of it. And then with the 3 of Wands, it's like you guys are kind of being called to expand. Maybe you guys are wanting to expand, but it feels like you're restricted and you cannot expand right now, or you're really desiring freedom, but maybe there's certain things that we're attached to right now that are making us feel like we can't have our freedom right now. Okay, so this could be like this can even be a contract that we've signed. Like 2 of Cups can also signify that. So it can be like a lease that we've signed or a job contract, and we feel like we cannot have our freedom right now, and we're maybe stressed about something. So you guys have really emotionally invested into something, either a relationship or a contract or a job or something that you guys have emotionally invested yourselves in. This, again, could even be a friendship, but it feels like it's run its course and now it's being more restrictive than expansive. So what the universe is telling you guys is that this is your thing. And I think that deep down inside, whatever it is, again, it is a general reading, so I'm pointing out all the different options of what this could be. But yeah, it kind of seems like we've made an obligation that we've outgrown and we're ready for something more. And there's a desire to expand into something else. The 3 of Wands means that we already have another option in front of us. We already have kind of our eyes set on something that we want to expand to. or an idea at least. We have an idea of what we desire and what we want to expand into. But it's like we have this other obligation. We have this other thing that we're like connected and tied to right now that is stressing us out and making us feel like we cannot expand into this new thing, into this new area and realm. So that's the thing that needs to be let go of. That's what the universe is saying. That's what Spirit is saying. Let's see what other information we can get in here for you guys. So we have, oh my gosh, you guys, look what just came up. 9 of Swords just came up, and we had the 9 of Swords here. Like, Spirit is talking right now. There is something that's really keeping you up. Like, look at her. She's even sitting on her bed, and she like cannot, she doesn't seem relaxed. And it does look like there's books down here and contracts and things like that. So again, for some of you guys, this could be contracts. This could be a school thing, like something that you guys have chosen to study, but don't want to be in anymore. That could be for some of you guys, just because the books are really sticking out to me. But again, this could be anything. It could be a relationship. It can be a contract, a job. But we're not feeling relaxed right now. This is something that's, oh, and then we have 10 of Swords right after that. Like, yeah, you guys are definitely feeling very weighed down by this, but the Swords are something that's in your mind. It's more in your mind rather than physical. So whatever this is that you guys are going through right now, it's more a story that you guys are telling yourselves that you guys cannot get out of, but there are options. But it feels like there's no options, if that makes sense. It feels like you're being completely restricted, but you actually have all the freedom always to do anything. So you do have the freedom, but it doesn't feel like you do because your emotions are very tied into it. Okay, there's certain fears, there's certain, maybe we don't want to disappoint, right? Maybe we don't want to feel like a failure. Maybe we are scared of, but these are all certain just illusions. This is a story that you guys that you guys are stuck in telling yourselves. But it's not like there's a physical thing stopping you right now. There's not a physical block or barrier. And maybe there is slightly financially for some of you guys or something like that. But what the universe is saying right now is that there are ways. There are ways here, even if it feels and seems like there isn't. Oh my gosh, you guys, like we cannot make this up. We have 8 of Cups and the 8 of Cups, 9 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. This is just wild right now. So again, the universe is like, it's time to just let it go. I know that you've invested a lot of time and stuff into this. I know that you've put a lot of effort into this. I know that we've made certain promises, obligations, but it is time to go on a new path. It is time to build up another thing, because if you keep working on this thing that you're no longer passionate about, if you keep putting time and effort into this thing that just doesn't feel right anymore, it is a waste of time, because eventually you're going to get to a breaking point and leave it behind anyway. So you might as well just do it sooner than later. So that's kind of what's coming up right now for you guys. This is a pretty intense message. It's a pretty direct, intense message. Let's see what else we get here. 5 of Wands. Wow, this came up for pile number 1 as well. So it feels like a conflict. It feels like it might cause conflict when we do this. There might be a fear of conflict. We might be feeling conflicted internally. But you guys know deep down inside what you guys desire to do, okay? This also talks about we need to talk about it. We need to tell people that are close to us what's going on. We need to help talk it out, because talking it out, I feel like, is going to add clarity. And then we have 4 of Wands, so it's time to build the right foundation. This can talk about moving, 4 of Wands. This could talk about finding something that is the right, proper foundation that you feel like it can last a long time, rather than feeling like, oh, I'm going to try to make it last, I'm going to try to make it last, I'm going to try to make it last. No, find something that you're inspired to make it last, that you desire to make it last, not something that you're like, oh, I'm doing my best, I'm going to try. How long are you going to try for? Are you going to try for the next 40 years? Like, no, find something that you really, really desire to do. That way we don't have to be like, living like this for the next however long. I don't feel like you guys desire to live like this for a long period of time. That doesn't look too fun. So it's time to build something that feels like this every day. That's worth building, not this. That's just not it. I can't believe the correspondence and cards that we have going on right now. The fact that we have 2 9 of Swords that came up. We have 2 8 of Cups that came up. Like, it's just wild. The universe is speaking strong today, guys. The universe is like, I said what I said. So let's see what else we get for you guys. So group 2. What other messages do we have for group 2? Perfect storm. The courage to step into life. The courage, my love. And look at this 44. This is all about proper foundation. This is finding the right foundation for you. And yes, it's going to be chaotic at first, but I think the universe is saying don't be scared of the chaos. Don't be scared of the conflict. Because that comes regardless. Whenever we shift things up, sometimes it has to get worse before it gets better. Just like doing home renovations. It's like, it's going to get messy before it turns into what we want it to be, right? Because if we currently don't like the state that our current home is in, we can't just transition seamlessly to what we do want. It's going to require gutting it, going through a whole mess, cleanup, polishing, putting in the right things, the right colors, all that. Like, it gets messy before it gets good. So the universe is saying, don't be scared of the perfect storm. Have courage to step into it. Because if you want it to transform into your dream life, it's gonna require a little bit of chaos to get there. But that's just what life is like. That's just what life is, guys. Like, that's just what it is. So a huge message from the universe right now is don't be scared of the conflict. Don't be scared of the chaos. Step into it, invite it in, because it is bringing you to your 4 of Wands. It is bringing you to your dream celebration, your dream foundation, your dream life, right? Changing up a foundation is pretty difficult, to say the least, but it is so worth it, because how much longer do you want to keep doing this, right? Is it worth the chaos to go from this to this, but then having a little bit of like storm and chaos in between that? Like, is it worth it to go from this to this? Like, here's your guys' storyline right now. Feeling like this, chaos and storm comes next, but then you get this. I'd say that's pretty worth it. I would say it's a steal of a deal. I would say it's a bargain. I would say, yes, go for it. 10 out of 10. Looks great to me. What can go wrong? But yeah, it's bringing you the opportunity to get where you want to go. So it is up to you to create that and follow that. Let's see what else we get here. We have the Wailing Tree Reconciliations. So things will even themselves out. Also, I totally need to adjust this brightness. It is getting so dark in here. Like, broken bonds will be mended, I think, is the whole message here. Because like, maybe some of you guys are scared of like letting somebody down, but it's gonna be fine. That'll mend itself. In the hand, the universe is your partner. Okay, so the universe is like, I got you. I literally got you. And they're also helping you through this right now. They're like, I see you. I see what you want. I'm bringing you there. I got you. Just take my hand. Follow me. Let's go there. Let's make it happen. Yeah. Woo. Let's see what else we get. Okay. So group 2, what else do we have for group 2? Compassion. So even when we are going through a hard time, like we can make our choices, we can make our moves with compassion and love. And also this is about having compassion for yourself too, giving yourself time to have compassion for you rather than always thinking about like, oh, what are other people going to think? And I don't want to let down this person and I don't want to let down them. Well, are you going to let down yourself in the process? It's good to have compassion for others, but also have compassion for yourself, right? Compassion goes both ways. You can't have compassion for others and then not have compassion for yourself, and you can't have compassion for yourself and not for others. Dreams, guys. Whenever this card comes up, listen to your dreams. If you remember anything from your dreams, write them down. Some of you guys might be having some like psychic dreams lately, and usually dreams are symbolic too, by the way. They're not usually always literal, although sometimes they can be. But yeah, usually when that card comes up, I would say definitely pay attention to your dreams, guys. Some of you guys might be getting some strong messages through there. Also, it's time to follow your dreams. Let go of the things that are not in alignment with your dream, because that's what's causing this whole situation right now, is staying attached to things that are not in alignment with your biggest dreams. It's time to get into alignment with them and just 100% give that your all, my love. That's like the biggest message here. And also just needing to let go of this thing that's kind of like holding you back or making you feel restricted or making you feel out of alignment. Okay? It is time to let go of that. Break that attachment. Okay, my love? So that is what I'm seeing here for you guys, group number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future. And if so, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number 3, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, so let's hop right into it. All right, so group 3. Let's talk about it. So first off, I just want to bring out these 2 cards. These ones are really sticking out to me because they're both 10s. So let's talk about these for a second. So 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups, you guys. The vibe that I'm getting from this is that of chasing perfection and getting really hard on yourself when perfection isn't reached. I think that a lot of you guys have this idea of exactly how you want something to turn out, and I get this feeling of being like really hard on yourself, like really, really hard on yourself, and the universe and spirit is like, it is time to let that go. It is time to let the perfectionism go. It is time to let go of self-deprecation or getting really, really hard on yourself for not being perfect or for not always doing everything in the right way, because it's almost like you guys have been feeling mentally a little bit harsh lately. Like there's this kind of mental harshness where it seems like it's almost like you're taking a stab at yourself every once in a while when you don't do something exactly perfect, or when you're not getting the result that you want, or if you're just having an off day. It seems like you guys have been a little bit hard on yourselves, especially when it comes to your guys' creativity, when it comes to your guys' whole picture of life, like the other people that are in your life, kind of like feeling like you need to be perfect for those people, feeling like you're not going to get the perfect life unless you challenge yourself so much. Like there's this underlying feeling of like your creativity has been taking a hit because of it. Your mentality has been taking a bit of a hit because of it. There's this, it's just almost like been way too hard on yourself. And it almost looks like you guys have it pretty good already. It looks like you guys are like already really creative people, extremely creative, and you have a lot going for you guys right now. Like the fact that we even have the Queen of Wands, 4 of Wands, and 10 of Cups coming up in this reading, like you guys actually have it pretty freaking good. Like at least for the most part, like there's definitely things in your life to be pretty dang grateful for, I'd say. But it's almost like you guys feel like you're not good enough still, and that your creativity isn't good enough, even when I think when other people look at your creativity and the things that you do, I think other people are like wildly impressed by you, but for some reason you're like, no, it's not good enough. Oh my God. Like it, and yeah, like it's time to let go of this ultra perfectionism, this hardness on yourself, because my goodness, my love, like the amount of creativity that I already just see here and the amount of like amazing potential and amazing like accomplishments that I think you guys have already reached in your life is pretty dang awesome. And it's time to embrace that rather than feel inadequate. There's an inadequacy that just needs to be left at the door, guys. It needs to be, we need to just shoo it out there. We need to not pay attention to it anymore, because yeah, like there is so much about you to be so grateful for. And like you are such a unique person who again has so much to offer and has so much creativity, and already I feel like a lot of you guys have reached some big goals and accomplishments that deserve to be like, you deserve to be rewarded for that and recognized for that. But it's almost like you guys don't feel like you deserve it, and I'm here to tell you, you absolutely do, and the universe is here to tell you that you absolutely do. Let's see what else we get for you guys. So group 3, what else do we have for group 3? What do they need to let go of? We have 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups, that came up for another group too, and 10 of Swords, that came up for another group too. That's really interesting that those are coming up again. Interesting, 10 of Swords and 10 of Swords, you guys. Oh my goodness. Double 10 of Swords energy. You guys have been way too harsh on yourself. It is time to just leave that behind. It's also time to stop leaving behind, or being, like, okay, this could be taken 2 different ways. I feel like some of you guys have been not completing projects because you kind of give up and you're like, it's not good enough. It's not what I wanted. Like, once that harshness goes away, you're going to be able to finally complete projects again. You're finally going to be able to find motivation to finish what you've started. Maybe there's something that you guys have started that you guys have walked away from because you guys have been too harsh on yourselves lately, and it feels like you guys don't have the inspiration, you don't have the energy, there's writer's block, there's all sorts of things that are stopping you guys from completing something that the universe actually really wants you to come back to. But if it feels like you guys really want to take a new path, then the universe is like, okay, you can let that one go, but it's time to start completing projects. And the way that you guys are going to start completing projects is by letting go of the perfectionism, letting go of feeling inadequate, and starting to reward yourself. The universe is like, you need to reward yourself. And you need to recognize your ability. 10 of Cups. You need to celebrate you need to recognize your ability, and you need to start being really excited about what you're creating. And this is about no more comparing yourselves to other people. Start to see what's good about your stuff, what you're creating, rather than looking at somebody else's thing and going and saying, oh, but it's not like that, it's not like that, it's not like that, it's not like that. No, stop doing that. Look at what you are creating. Look at what you have created. Look at that. And point out all the positives in that on its own, as its own entity, because that's what it is. It is its own entity. It's not somebody else's creation. You cannot compare your creations to somebody else's creations, and you cannot compare yourself to somebody else, because you are uniquely, individually different already. Therefore, that's like comparing apples to oranges. Like, of course, they're not going to compare to each other, and one of them's going to feel like shit if you start comparing them to the other one, because they're not the same, right? You have to look at an apple on its own and appreciate it on its own. You have to look at an orange on its own and appreciate it on its own, rather than comparing it to an apple or an orange. Like, you're like, oh, well, the orange has a peel, so, like, it's not as good as the apple. Like, an apple, you can just bite right into it. Well, but the orange is freaking great. Okay, so let's just look at the orange on its own. The apple is also great. They're both great. They're different though, so you can't compare them. Like, so stop comparing yourself. That's one of the big things. And start to appreciate yourself for your unique things, because it's your unique things that make you amazing. And of course, they're not going to look that good if you start comparing them to like other things that just aren't comparable because they're just different, right? Let's see what else we get. The universe really wants you guys to finish something though. There's something that it's like, we really desire you to finish this thing. That was way too many cards. I'm going to redo that. But yeah, it really wants you to finish something, but it's about letting go of self-deprecation. It's about, and it might not necessarily be completing something for some of you guys. Maybe it's just about getting to this really good 10 of Cups stage. But the only way to get there is to start being optimistic and looking at the positives rather than the negatives. Time to let go of ultra perfectionism and see the goodness in what you have right now. See the beauty in all of your talents right now. See the amazingness in your relationships right now for what they are. Like you're on your own unique life path. It's not going to be the same as everybody else's. So look at the amazingness in which you have right now and keep focusing on that, because that's going to be what then grows, right? And then we also feel like we have a lot more motivation, a lot more energy, because we're no longer tearing ourselves apart constantly. Like, it's going to be really hard to do anything that you're proud of when you're constantly tearing yourselves apart. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be pretty hard to draw a picture if you keep ripping up the canvas. Like, settle down, look at the positives, be like Bob Ross for a second, and realize that all mistakes are just happy accidents, right? So start to look at life in that way and realize that all of those unique things make it unique and make it its own. And some people are going to look at that and think it's the most beautiful thing in the world, right? So might as well start to appreciate what you have, because maybe your neighbor a couple doors down looks at what you have and they're like, holy shit, it's amazing. I wish my life was like that. And then you're over there looking at the neighbor like 5 doors down, you're like, I wish my life was like that. You know, it's time to start just look at you and all that you have and realize how freaking amazing it is. Also, the fact that you're even alive on this planet right now. Like, you know how many things had to go right in order for all of us to be here right now? Like, this is like a 1 in a billion chance that we're even here right now. Honestly, way larger of a chance than that. It's like 1 in quadrazillion chance that we're even here. We are here though, and that's freaking amazing. So hold on a second. You are perfect the way you are, my love. And yes, of course, there's always self-improvement. We should always be, constructive criticism is always good, but it seems like you guys have been way too down the path of constructive criticism to the point where it's to your detriment rather than in your favor, right? So stop pointing out all the little flaws. Like, stop pointing. Like, we have the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. The Queen of Swords and Page of Swords, they're very good at pinpointing all the little nuances, all the little things. Like, they have an eye for detail. So that's one of your positives, is you have an eye for detail. But it's been too sharp lately. The eye for detail has been too sharp. It's like it's sharp as a sword right now. It's like, okay, just put that away for a second. Like, let's be a little bit softer lately. Let's calm it down. Let's return to our softness. So that's the biggest message that's coming through at the moment for you guys, is all about, we need to become a little bit more soft with ourselves, a little bit more nurturing, more caring. It's time to let go of these negative, harsh mindsets. It's time to let go of being way too hard on yourself. Stop jabbing yourself with these really negative thoughts. It is time to appreciate yourself, my love. The appreciation needs to come through. Okay, so let's see what else we get for you guys. I want to ask the cards what your life is going to look like as you let go of these negative thoughts. Like, what's going to come about of this whole situation if we complete this sort of project, or we go down this path. Oh my God, you guys, look at this. Okay, so what we're asking right now is, what's gonna happen if you start focusing on the positives? Guys, we got the Two of Cups. If there's even like a relationship right now that you guys have been negative about, or scared that it's going to go in, because some of you guys, this can also be talking about a relationship, but some of you guys are too scared of the past repeating itself, or like maybe we're looking at too many of the negatives right now. If we start looking at the positives, if some of you guys are in a relationship, this relationship is going to go to a whole new level of amazingness. But it is time to start opening up, not closing down. Some of you guys have been closing down too much in a relationship. Some of you guys have been way too closed off in a relationship. And it's kind of causing this relationship to not develop. If some of you guys watching this are like totally single, or relationship is just kind of irrelevant, this would talk about like you finally feeling very connected to your project again, like fully connected to it. The creativity is bursting. It seems like there's a flow that's just happening, a connection that's happening between you and your creativity that's like unstoppable. And it feels like the creative juices are just fully flowing. There's like not even a moment of pause about what do I do now, or like what do I write about next, or what's the next move. It's like it's full alignment, full connectivity. The engines are running. It's unstoppable. Like there's this unstoppable energy. Okay. But I am also definitely feeling some sort of feeling around a relationship for most of you watching this. So most of you that are probably, or maybe if you guys are in a relationship and you're watching this, it is time to open up. Don't be scared of the past repeating itself. Don't close yourself off out of fear of rejection, or fear of like, does this other person like me? If you guys are in a relationship, I'm sorry, but that person likes you. They're in it, right? And if not, I mean, you'll find out, and there's your answer. It was a waste of time anyway, if not. But for the most part, like, you know, some of you guys need to open up. There's a message here about needing to open up in a relationship in order for it to get to this amazing, amazing Two of Cups, Ten of Cups energy. Like it's about to reach like higher commitment type level, deeper connection, like deeper emotional connection. Two of Cups is like, we're going deep, baby. Ten of Cups, Two of Cups, like it's going deep. So it's time to open yourself up, time to express some more. Let go of fears. Like there's been a whole bunch of just like fears and like just barricading yourself, hiding yourself, trying to keep yourself safe, being way too hard on yourself. Just let yourself be vulnerable. Like this whole reading is like, let yourself be vulnerable and stop with the negativity. Start looking at the positives. Start looking at how good you are. Start to see your own positivity. And then look at this relationship you're even going to have with yourself afterwards. So even if you guys are not in a relationship, this can also represent your relationship with yourself. Being super nice to yourself, being super connected to yourself. Feeling like you're on your own side instead of against yourself. All of a sudden you're on your own side. You're like in it together. You're like cheersing. There's alignment. Because like it's so hard when you're in conflict with yourself to do anything. It is so hard. When you're on the same page as yourself and you're in self-support and self-love, look at this flow. Look at this freedom that happens. The creativity that can then take place and just blossom is just otherworldly, you guys. Otherworldly. Whew. I'm also really feeling like taking out this deck. I have not taken this deck out for any of the other piles yet, but I'm really feeling like you guys need this deck today. So we're taking out this one for you guys, group 3. So let's see. Messages for group 3. Messages for group 3. Let's see what came out here. All right. There's one more card down here. Okay. So, oh my goodness. Like, obviously, guys, look at this. Harvest. You guys are going to bring in so much more abundance. You guys are going to be overflowing with energy, overflowing with creativity. And because of this new creativity, it's going to allow you to reap new rewards of bringing in more money. Like, way more money is going to be flowing in. Way more opportunity is going to be flowing in. It's like you guys are just reaping, like, your field. And it's like so abundant with seeds, with flowers, with growth. And so that's just, I mean, that's representative of course, like money, opportunity, things just flowing in, things just going your way, cultivating so much energy and creativity and ideas. It's like you guys are harvesting so much. It's like you know, when you go to like one of those like gardens or something, it's just like overflowing with fruit, or like those fruit trees, and some of them are like sparse, and then some of them are just like so abundant that you can't even keep up with them. You guys are going to be all of a sudden a fruit tree that's bearing so much fruit that you can't even keep up with it. So yeah, no more dullness, no more dryness. Then we also have safe home. So another thing that's going to come out of this as you guys start to be really good with yourselves is feeling comfortable, feeling like you can relax. Having that comfortability and that relaxation. And then we also have courage. All of a sudden, you're going to feel like you can do so much more and accomplish so much more than what you previously thought you were capable of. It's kind of like you feel ready to take bigger risks, to do more. Like there's so much more confidence. And I think that that's going to really show and be something. And also this could be courage with your emotions if there's a whole relationship thingy going on over here. This could be courage with your emotions to actually open up about something, and I think it's going to take something to a whole new level. Yeah. It's going to bring so much more courage to kind of like step in and step out with your feelings and your emotions, which is actually going to be one of the best things for you. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and grab this other deck. We're going to see what else we get for you guys. So group 3. What else do we got for group 3 here? Group 3, all about what you guys need to let go of. You guys are going to come into so many more blessings, you guys. Okay, all that you guys need to do, group 3, is let go of being harsh on yourself. Start to see all the positives and look at how much your life is about to transform when you do that. Oh my gosh. It's like the biggest blessings are going to start coming in. The relationship of your dreams is going to take off. Like the creativity, the abundance, the money, all sorts of things. Once you start just being really nice to yourself and positive with yourself, it's like the biggest blessings are just rolling in. And the 10 of Cups is one of the best cards in the deck, by the way. And you guys had that one coming up. I mean, like the rewards that you guys are going to start reaping in, the miracles, the blessings that are just going to start rolling in, the gifts from the universe, the surprises, the abundance that's going to start rolling in as you guys start to be really positive with yourselves. It's just mind-blowing, you guys. Group 3, like, oh. And I guess it's not necessarily like the easiest thing to do to like be really kind with yourself and to see our own positives sometimes. Like sometimes that's not really the easiest thing to do. But also at the same time, like if you think about it, it's not a lot that you guys have to do. And like the biggest blessings are going to start rolling in, like so much independence, so much freedom, so much safety, security, Four of Wands, so much creativity, Queen of Wands, like, whoo, so much relationship, like, goodness, like, balance and self-love, because this can also represent self-love for those of you guys who are not interested in relationships. Although I really think a significant relationship will either be coming in for you guys or heading to the next level. For most of you guys, again, it is a general reading, so I'm just pointing out all the options, but I'm definitely feeling like significant relationship stuff happening, even significant friendships coming in as you guys start to get into this alignment of just being super kind to yourself. It's like everything just falls into alignment. Whew. And it's all the universe is asking you to do. It's like, I'm going to bring you the biggest blessings. All that I want you to do is let go of the negativity. We need to stop with the negativity. You guys are amazing. You need to start seeing that. That's all the universe is asking of you guys right now. So, yes, my love. With that being said, I want to pull one more card for you guys with this deck. Let's see what else we get. So, group 3. Any last messages to close out this reading for group number 3? I'm really feeling this one at the top. Time to replenish, my love. So the last message for you guys, it is time to replenish. I'm also feeling one more card, but replenish yourselves. Take time for yourself. Take a couple days off if you guys can, and replenish yourself. Fill your empty cup, because as you begin to fill that, that's when your creativity is going to start flowing. That's when all these things are going to start flowing in. We need to get the river going again. It's been empty for a bit, so it's been hard for creativity to flow, and it's been hard for blessings to flow in. It's been hard for you guys to even express yourselves because things just aren't flowing right now. It is time to fill yourself back up. Start to express yourself, express those deep things, getting over fears, starting to be nice to yourself. And then, beloved, radical acceptance of you, starting to love you, self-love, accept yourself for you. And then love starts rolling in, my love. The love starts rolling in. All right. So that is what we are seeing here for you guys, group number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future. And if so, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. All right, so group number 4, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading, so I'll top right into it. All right, group number 4. You guys need to start having more fun. What the universe wants you to let go of is let go of taking everything so seriously. Let go of holding on to things so tightly, fearing that things are going to fall away, fearing that you're going to lose control. It is time to let go of control right now. It is time to loosen up and have more fun. The universe wants you guys, group 4, to have more fun. And also start to open yourself up to new things. I think that you guys have been quite closed off lately because you've been in such maybe fear of like losing control, or sorry if my microphone sounded weird. I think my blanket got stuck on it. But yeah, so it is time to let go of control and let things kind of flow on their own. And you can have control over some things and you can guide things, but I think that the universe has been trying to tell you that you guys have been a bit too rigid lately and not letting yourself loose enough, not letting yourself have enough fun and relax. It's been very tight lately and very like serious, and that, you know, we need to make sure that we have everything that we need, and we need to make sure that we don't lose control over this and this and this. And especially with like money right now too, it seems like money's coming up in this reading, or being really rigid about rules and things like that. Like the universe is like, you need to make room for fun. And the universe also kind of, I think spirit also wants to say like, congratulations for, you know, really like building rules and things like that you're following, because that's a good thing, right? But it's kind of gotten to a point where we forgot about fun a little bit, and we forgot how to relax and how to laugh and how to enjoy as well, because there needs to be a balance. And currently it's been a little bit out of balance, where we've been a little bit too rigid and controlling and serious and keeping yourself safe and all that kind of jazz. Because of the Two of Swords, we're like closing ourselves off, and the universe is trying to bring in fun things for you. And I feel like the universe has been trying to bring in fun opportunities and excitement and laughter. But it's like you guys have been closed off to that. And because you guys have been so rigid lately, it's like you haven't even seen those opportunities that are trying to slip in from spirit and the universe, that's like, oh, but also remember to have fun. Also remember to enjoy this. And it's like we're not even seeing those opportunities right now, because we've been so busy and so caught up and so stressed and so serious lately. Like the universe is like, no, we got to have some more fun. Let's bring in the fun again. Where's the fun? Where did the fun go? And look at this, we have King of Cups. Yes, it is time to take action that makes you feel good emotionally. Vacation. Some of you guys, the universe wants to bring you guys a vacation. But we've been a bit closed off to that. The universe wants to bring you some relaxation, some vacation, some R&R, some fun, some laughter, some emotional, lighthearted energy, where we're still in control of our lives. We're not letting go of control of our lives, but we're able to have fun. We're able to laugh. We're able to flow. There's a flow that wants to come in. We've been way too rigid here. And we need to add in a little bit more flow into the life, okay? Let's see what else we get here for you guys. Six of Wands, celebration. My love, we need to celebrate more. You need to celebrate your successes. The universe is like, hey, like we hunkered down, we got really serious because there was things that we wanted to do and accomplish. But the universe is like, hey, you've been accomplishing quite a bit of that. So let's celebrate it along the way. Let's enjoy this. We also have the Knight of Swords. Sometimes we need to save some room for some spontaneity too, guys. Allow the spontaneity to come in a little bit. We also have Queen of Swords. So it is time to let go of the negative or rigid mindsets, the pessimistic mindsets, feeling like, oh, if I make the wrong move, this sword is not so good. Like, you have the sword here for protection, but at the same time, you're like scared to do too much because the swords can also be dangerous. So it's kind of like we're feeling like, oh, I want to feel protected, but then it also feels dangerous if I move around too much or if I have too much fun. It's time to get rid of the sword mindset. It's time to get back into the cup mindset of, let's flow a little bit. Let's have some fun. Put down the sword for a while. We don't need it. We don't need to be protected all of the time. We do not need to be rigid all of the time. We do not need to be on guard, because the queen has her sword because she's trying to stay on guard all the time. She's trying to watch out for danger. She's trying to watch out for anything that could go wrong. So she's like always trying to remain in control and like be super observant all the time and prepared. She's always prepared for like, oh, always on guard, right? Always in protection mode. But the King of Cups, he's just in flow mode. And the universe wants you to let go of some of that rigid on guard mindset. It's time to let loose a little bit. It's time to have some fun. It's time to allow in this spontaneous vacation that's coming in, because I feel like a lot of you guys, the universe has been trying to bring you a relaxing vacation, but we have not been open to it. We've been on guard. We've been like, nope, not going to take that, because that's going to make me relax too much and then I'm going to lose control. The universe is asking you, begging you, it's time to relax a little bit. You've done the work. You've done the good work. It's time to celebrate. It's time to enjoy a little bit more. Time to make room in your life for that. The universe really, 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 really wants you to do that. Okay? So that is one of the biggest messages coming through for you guys right now, Group 4, is have more fun. And I really think, yeah, a lot of you guys, there's like a vacation opportunity coming in within the next 4 months. Some sort of getaway opportunity that the universe really wants to bring you. And it's coming in the next 4 months, you guys. I said it here, I said it now, write it down. It's coming. So, and the universe really wants you to take that opportunity, okay? All right, we also have the Empress. What better card to resemble relaxation, vacation, let loose, we don't need to be productive all of the time type of energy. And we can still reap the fruits of our labor, because the Empress is all about reaping the rewards and the abundance of her labor without even doing anything. So the universe is saying that it will still provide for you even when you're relaxing. And relaxing can also sometimes be the most productive thing that you can do. The feminine energy is the energy of bringing in abundance while relaxing, you know, and being productive. Being productive is relaxing with the Empress. Productivity of the Empress is spa, vacation, relaxation. And we all need that in order to recharge our battery, recharge our energy, so that we can have energy to start moving forward again. So that is what the universe is asking of you right now. To let go of the rigid control and to welcome in the beautiful flow of energy. To laugh. It really wants you to laugh too, my goodness. The universe is like, it is time to laugh again. Let's turn on a funny movie. Let's relax a little bit. But, oh yeah, the universe definitely wants you to laugh right now. I think that you're going to be getting a lot more opportunities over this next month, like to laugh, funny things that will be happening. Okay, because the universe just is really, really wanting that of you right now. To laugh and relax. So let's see what else we get for you guys. We're going to pull out these oracle cards. So group 4, what do we got for you guys? Look at this card, you guys. That fits in so well. Good cheer. It's time to have fun. It's time to have that good cheer, my love. No more of the, and I mean, you guys can still have your fair share of seriousness and all those other things, but for the most part, the universe is like, no. Best possible decision. So this is gonna be one of the best things you could ever do for yourself, is to actually go down this path of just having more fun. I think that you guys are going to realize how much better life gets as you start to do this. Like, I think as you guys go down this path and let go of some of that seriousness, you guys are going to become a whole new person. It's almost like you guys become a whole new self, and your life is going to get so much better. Oh my goodness, you guys. Like group 4, wow, like a black and white difference between who you are right now and who I see you guys being in a few months from now. Black and white difference. Let's see, like you guys are gonna be somebody who has so much more fun, but life is still going so well, but you're able to like really enjoy life, and life becomes fun rather than a chore. Those are blessings coming in, guys. Like, ooh, the blessings cards. Like the universe is going to be rewarding you with surprises. You're going to be able to welcome in blessings, because blessings don't exist in the world of like when seriousness is happening, because that's not what a blessing is. Like, we don't receive blessings and we're standing there being like, very good, yes, yeah, okay, yeah. Like, we don't sit there going in a serious tone, because blessings are not equal to that of like the seriousness of life and the blah blah. Like, blessings are those things that we get and we're like, oh my God, that's amazing, oh my goodness. So that exists on the frequency of us living in that frequency, okay? Where we're having more fun with life. We're going with the flow of life. We're seeing the beauty in life. We're seeing the miracles in life. You know, when we start to focus on those things, that's what starts getting the flow going, right? And then we bring in all of the oh my gosh, wow, this, that, like, we need to start seeing that in order to even perceive of it, okay? And then we have financial health coming in. You guys don't need to worry so much. We have that Four of Pentacles right there. You guys, I was kind of feeling a little bit of like worrying about finances and feeling like we have to be really tight. Blessings are going to come financially for you guys if you guys start to have more fun. All of a sudden miracles are going to come in, like financial miracles. And like, because when we're so serious about our finances and we're holding on to it so tightly, like in the Four of Pentacles, it's hard for the flow to come in. And it's hard for blessings to even come in because we're so concerned with money. We're so like rigid with our money. And when we're so rigid with money, we don't have a flow of money, right? There's usually only a small window of where we can receive money because everything's so rigid and so structured, and we only see one small window that it can even come in when we're in that mindset, right? But when we switch our mindset to that of free flow, enjoyment, and you don't need to be like, you know, irresponsible with your money, but you can be a little bit more free flowing and realize that money comes to you easily and just have more fun with life, laugh more with life. And then all of a sudden, money becomes so much easier too because we're not so rigid anymore. All of a sudden, there's a flow to it. Blessings can then flow in. The tree can then grow. Trees have a hard time growing if you think about money like a tree, right? Because that's a big expression people use. Trees have a hard time growing in rigid areas. If you take a bunch of rock and try to grow a tree on it, a little difficult. But if you loosen up a little bit, if you loosen up like dirt rather than rock, much easier for a tree to grow. Much easier. So you think about that as energy. Money is energy. We are energy. It's hard for us to grow in a rigid environment, but it's easy for us to grow in a free-flowing environment. Okay? Same with water. Same with everything. Everything's a reflection, right? Like nature tells us the secrets of life. We just need to observe them. Rigidness makes it very difficult for us to receive. But the flow, then it's easy. We need to get back into the flow. King of Cups. Enjoy life. Have fun with life. Have vacations, you know. Get more into that water energy of flowing because that's the energy of receiving. Let's see what else we get for you guys. We have fertility coming in and good luck coming in. So, some of you guys are going to get some big surprises. We have Empress and fertility. Some of you guys might be trying to get pregnant, and that doesn't happen when we're being so rigid. Once we start having fun again, we take a vacation, we start to let loose. That increases our fertility rather than being rigid and being so timed and so, you know, sometimes there's a huge story of people, and you can even take this metaphorically. So if some of you guys are not trying to get pregnant, that's not a thing for you guys. Take this story metaphorically. But women who sometimes have a hard time getting pregnant and they're, you know, tracking their cycle, tracking ovulation, doing all of these things, and they can't seem to get pregnant, but then all of a sudden they kind of give up on that, and then they go on a fun romantic vacation with their loved one, and then all of a sudden they randomly get pregnant. They're like, what? I wasn't even trying anymore. It's because they let go, they had fun. And when you're in that energy, that's when things flow, that's when things happen, is when you're in that fun energy and you're in the free-flowing energy, because then the water's moving and it can bring things to you instead of being all dammed up. Because when we're rigid, things get dammed up. The flow is not there. Nothing can send or receive. We can't seem to get things flowing or working because it's dammed up. We're so rigid. Let go of the seriousness. Let go of the rigidness. All of a sudden the flow comes back and everything starts happening, right? So, yes. Blessings are going to be flowing in. All of a sudden, you guys are going to be fertile with opportunity and with blessings and miracles and things just flowing in. You're going to be fertile with abundance, fertile with financial health too, right? All those things are going to start flowing in. So the universe, when it wants you to let go of the rigidness, let go of the seriousness, You know, we need to bring in that balance again. So, and you know, it's good to have some seriousness because that's kind of like the walls of the river that guide it where it's supposed to go. But when we get too much rigidness, we end up damming up the river and then there's no flow at all. So we need to have that balance between guiding the energy, but then also flowing the energy. Okay? Let's see, any last cards here for group 4 and what they need to let go of and all sorts of other things. Let's see. Group 4, Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. I think you guys are so worried about protecting. And you guys can still do that while still having fun. Okay? There's, again, that balance. What's one last card for you guys? Reconciliations. Interesting. Reconciliations. Things are going to start fixing themselves when I look at this card. Things are going to start fixing. Things that weren't working before. You're going to notice that certain things that weren't working in your life before all of a sudden fix themselves. Right when you start having fun and enjoying yourself. All of a sudden certain things that were kind of broken or not working, they're going to like literally heal and fix themselves. Effortlessly. Yeah, that's the last thing I'm seeing there. So that is what we have for you guys. Group number 4, all about what you guys need to let go of and the kind of new energy that's coming in as you guys let go of it, the advice from the universe. So that is what we have for you guys, group 4. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future. And if so, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!